television are game shows. They're led by presenters and they're led by production. Production values of this may not be quite as high as Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but what we do have is great contestants and good content. We're in Pontefract for the first round. There are 12 rounds of Q12 altogether. We're playing for £1,000 today and a place in the final, and the final will be worth £10,000 to the winner. We're at Pontefract, historic Pontefract, the last castle to fall during the Civil War. We have the place where Richard II died. Not many places can lay claim to regicide. And we're at the Parkside Inn, which overlooks Pontefract Racecourse, the longest continuous flat course in the country, I do believe, which is not quite Epsom or Ascot, but occasionally you will see a group of old nags cavorting around in an attempt to win a paltry amount of money, which brings us to the contestants today. We've got Phil Cooper, who plays in the local quiz league, Don Purdy, landlord and a champion, I believe, of last year's quiz league. Dan Halligan, won a lot of money on a lot of programmes. Steve Stenson, I think personally the best all-round quizzer in the 5 times quiz league, but don't tell him. Lee Warburton, the Oracle of Driglington. Pat Gibson. Mark Kerr, also multiple winner on multiple programmes. His last effort was the People's Quiz, which wasn't so successful, but we had a good look round London. Barry Simmons, again part of the current master team of Radio 4, an all-round egghead that won't be tidy when pop music crops up. We've got Mike Steer, we've got Simon Curtis, we've got Kate and we've got Chris, and we've got a great team here tonight. Round 1 of Q12 is 12 minutes of questions. Each question answered correctly is worth 1 point. All the contestants have a buzzer. When I hear the buzzer, we'll ask the person for the right answer. If they get it, it's worth 1 point. If they're wrong, they lose half their current score. Now, what happens at the end of 12 minutes, we'll have 1 extra question, and the first 8 people, the 8 people with the best scores, will go through to the next round. I'll explain more about the next round when it arrives, but let's get on with round 1 of Q12. Contestants, fingers on the buzzers, please. In which film did Whoopi Goldberg play the Lord?
10. Simon Curtis.
Sister Act.
Sister Act is worth 1 point. The second question. Well done, the first point ever on Q12. Under what name did former model and Danish singer Sanny Carlson?
6. Pat Gibson.
Wakefield.
Wakefield is the correct answer. Which Scottish island became linked to the mainland?
3. Diane Halligan.
Skye.
The Isle of Skye is the correct answer. Talisker. Next question. Fingers on the buttons. Dylan Mills.
6. Pat Gibson.
Dizzy Rascal.
I will accept Dizzy. Well done. Dylan Mills, John Birch Gillespie and Benjamin Disraeli have all used what name? Round of applause for that one, I think, don't you? Next one. Alf Parry, Alf Pageon, Richard Burton and Henry Cotton all played which?
7. Mark Kerr.
Golf.
Golf is correct. All Open champions, I do believe, in the 1930s, but don't quote me on that. In which country were the 1990 World Cup final?
5. Lee Warburton.
Italy.
Italy is the correct answer for 1 point. What colour is the northern line?
4. Steve Stenson.
Black.
Black is the correct answer. A whole flood is correct answer. This is awesome, people. What colour are the flowers of a periwinkle?
3. Diane Halligan.
Blue.
Blue or violet? I'll allow. Of course I'll allow. It's right. What part, people, was played by Phil Harris?
10. Simon Curtis.
Baloo the Bear.
Baloo the Bear is precisely the right answer. Good press.
It wasn't a part, it was just a voice over.
Which actor founded the Anaheim Angels along with the Cowboy Code? He was often referred to as the Singing Cowboy.
8. Barry Simmons.
Tom Mix.
Tom Mix is lose half his score. Next.
6. Pat Gibson.
Gene Autry.
Gene Autry is correct. Home, home on the range. What can be a sexual position, an insect,
9. Mike Steer.
Lotus.
unlucky, lotus isn't an insect, I don't think. I'll finish the question. An Andy Williams hit or a swimming stroke?
4. Steve Stenson.
Butterfly.
Butterfly, which of those four are you familiar with?
Andy Williams.
Nearly at the 3-minute stage, we'll get a score check after the next question. What was the nationality of the man who, by defeating Floyd Patterson in 1950...
4. Steve Stenson.
Swedish.
Swedish is a great answer, good 2 points. And we'll have a look at the scores. Peter, can you give us anything on these?
Count. In the lead, Steve, is Pat Gibson with 3, Steve Stenson also with 3, Diane Halligan with 2, Simon Curtis with 2, and following on behind the lead and Mark both with 1 point. The remainder have yet to score.
What do the numbers of a dice?
10. Simon Curtis.
7.
3. Diane Halligan.
21.
21 is correct. I will endeavour to tell you when people are wrong or right, but I thought 7 was so obviously wrong. 21, Diane, congratulations. Next question. To 2 years, either way, when did Charles Dickens die?
8. Barry Simmons.
1880.
I'm afraid I can't give you that, it's wrong.
7. Mark Kerr.
1870.
1870 is precisely correct. You could have had 2 years either way, that was the right one. From 1970/71, which company has produced a football yearbook?
10. Simon Curtis.
Rothmans.
Rothmans is the correct answer. Whose picture did Top of the Pops use as a backdrop?
6. Pat Gibson.
Jockey Wilson.
Jockey Wilson is a great press, and lots of people pressed there. How many people do we have in there? Pat,
Only
Mike and Don Purdy all pressed in with Jockey Wilson without even knowing it. Libretto for the Savoy operas was...
8. Barry Simmons.
Richard Diley Cart.
I'm afraid not.
7. Mark Kerr.
Gilbert.
Gilbert is the correct answer.